Hey crafty friends, this is Geneva from Crafty Witch Creations, and I'm here to show you my February design team project for Release the Craftin. Before I get into it, however, I want to make this disclaimer. There are other digitals used in this project. However, because this is a project for Priscilla, for Release the Craftin, to display and show off her work, I will not be discussing after this any of the other digitals or images in this that are not Priscilla's. I will only point out and I will only talk about Priscilla's. I will, however, list things in the comment or in the description box. So please do not come on here and comment saying that I am not giving credit where credit is due. I am going to list them so that you can know what other images and what other people I have used, but I am talking about Priscilla's work because this is Priscilla's project. Okay, so now let's get into it. The kit of Priscilla's that we were using for February was her new Growth and Decay kit, which at this point is probably my favorite kit of Priscilla's because it is right up in my sweet spot of themes. I love botanicals, I love vintage, I love earthy, witchy vibes, and this kit had all of it. So Priscilla made this kit as kind of a concept kit where it started out as very bright and green, and it was very vibrant, and it showed the process of nature going from that new growth to kind of like the autumn where things have started to die out, and that area, and then all the way to the death, and the dark, and the black, and the winter, where everything is still. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful kit. So beautiful that I have gone overboard to the point where I am not finished. I actually wanted this to have 2 signatures, but as you will see, it only has 1 signature in it as of yet, because the other signatures, sorry guys, is right here. It's right here, and it's not been decorated, it has not got any pockets, it's not been sewn in to the little cover. I haven't even covered the cover. It's still the adult beverage box that it came from, because I went a little cray-cray. Also, February was really rough for me. There were several weeks where I didn't, there was about 2 weeks where I didn't do any crafting at all. I was just super exhausted, and there was no motivation. So I am very behind on this one. So yeah, I kind of failed for February's project because I did not finish it. The only thing I was able to do is I was able to decorate 1 signature. I have no ephemera. It's just pockets and tucks and things that are non-removable. So, but I did get something done. So this is my journal. I'm calling it Witch of the Woods because I wanted it to kind of look like a grimoire that a witch of the woods may use for her wild crafting, and that she may put her spells and potions and things in. So the idea I had was that it would be something that she would travel with her. So it's not very big. Let's see, the exact measurements are, for the outside cover is 8 by, I think I ended up measuring it, it was about 5 and 5.5, for the outside outside cover. The inside signatures ended up measuring about 6¼ by a little less than 5½. And the reason why they are smaller is because I did this sort of, as you can see, sort of as a kind of a traveler's notebook style, where you can take the signatures out and write in them and put them back in. And the reason I did that is because this cover is not conducive to writing. So I wanted it to look very like the woods are reclaiming it. So I used a corrugated cardboard that I painted, gessoed and painted, to kind of have this almost camo mossy look to it. And then I took pieces of moss and silk flowers and I decorated the front and the back. So it would be kind of hard to write on this cover. So I decided that I would make removable, kind of like traveler's notebook style signatures. And this gorgeous lady, this is going to be our witch. And based on the picture, it had a little piece on it. Her name, let's see if I can get it to focus. Maybe not. You're not going to focus? Aww. Her name is Minnie Ashley. And that is not for the life of me going to focus. Okay. But her name is Minnie Ashley. So this is Minnie Ashley's grimoire and her wild crafting spell book. So it's a hitch post fastener. So you just push slightly and pull that off. I've given plenty of extra in case this grows, because it's gonna grow. This is super chunky. So on the inside, I have covered it with a botanical fabric on the front and the back covers. And then I have this brown, which is kind of hard to see, but it has like a skeleton leaf, almost eco-dyed print to it. And I actually hand stitched this cover on. It's not adhered in any way to the cardboard, other than the stitching that I did on the edges to give it that handmade old look. This is the first signature, which I have titled Growth. And the way you take it out, let's go to the center. Oh, I forgot, you gotta do it this way. You untie this, and of course it doesn't want to untie on camera. So you untie, because my signature ended up being too chunky for me to do it like a true traveler's notebook. And I also wanted to use the twine, which, unlike with a traveler's notebook, you usually have the elastic, which is very giving. This is not very giving. So I had to figure out a different way. And this is also why you don't really want to write in the cover, because it is a little bit sheddy. So this is Growth. It is super chunky. As you can see, she likes to lay open. Again, I have hand stitched the cover. This is a green flower paper. On the inside is that botanical fabric again. And then let's get into the book. So this is a image from the kit. This is one of the pages of the kit. So in this one, I tried to pick out all of the more lighter, the ones that had the more vibrant greens, the ones that looked more like Growth rather than Decay. All of the pages have ripped deckled edges. And I also sprayed the edges with green fabric dye. So you'll see bits and pieces where it looks like maybe it has gotten wet at some point. This is a different image from the kit. It's one of her background pages that I just printed. And then we open it up. This flips out with some little fall leaves, some homemade hand-dyed paper. Another thing that I did with this is I left any mistakes. So you'll see, like right here, that was originally supposed to be where the paper folded and where it's supposed to be sewed in, but I missed. But I'm gonna leave it like that because it adds to the feel and the vibe. So this is a dictionary page. I have just a washi sticker on there. It says passenger pigeon. So I figured that would be a great addition. Hold on one second. Y'all are going to get a little bumpy. I just got a notification that my phone is almost dead. So there we go. I do apologize for the bumpiness. Some kind of onion skin paper almost. This is a little notepad that I made using scraps, some ledger paper, some scrapbook paper, and then it repeats. This is another piece of my own dyed paper. This was done with fabric dyes, and I do it in a metal pan, so a lot of my pieces end up with this beautiful rust color. Let's see, it's very rusty brown. This is another image from the kit. I just love this one. I love the mix of the browns and the greens. Again, another one of her backing pieces. So this is one of the ephemera pieces from the kit, and it has the gorgeous little toadstools and the dragonfly wings. And what is awesome is it actually comes looking like burlap. So she actually had each of these little pieces where you could cut it out so it looks like the frayed burlap. I've glued them all down. I wish that they could be up and like textured, but I was worried that they would get bent and ripped off. So again, some of my tea-dyed paper, some craft paper. This was just a page from a book. I'm not even sure what book it was because I received this page in a Happy Mail. So, no, not in a Happy Mail, in a Etsy order. So I don't even know what they got that from, but I thought it had some beautiful vintage images. This is a pocket from the kit, and it has a definition for beauty, and I thought it was really awesome because it has beauty with the deer skeleton. This is a pocket. Some more of my rusted paper. An image from Priscilla's kit. And then this flips out. And then flips out again. Another Priscilla image. Because, and like I said, I did try to come up with the more lighter, there you go, the more lighter images, but there were more ones that were brown and black than there were ones that were green. So I had to pull in some browns into this one just because there was not enough green only images to fill a whole signature. another one of Priscilla's kit, and what I love, she has used this, a similar image in her other kits. It's a little moth with the skull on it. Some vintage music page, some more of the onion skin. This is a page from a book. Again, I don't know, I'm assuming the name is My Book House, but again, I received this in some mail, so I don't know what book it's from. This is just a decorative piece for some journaling space. There's no pocket. It's completely adhered down with some more of those fall leaves. My stained paper, Priscilla's image, and I thought it looked really cool because it kind of blends together, and if you didn't know, you would think that both of these were Priscilla's. And so I was just really happy how the tea, or the, not tea stain, because there's no tea in these, the dyed papers ended up looking a lot like Priscilla's papers. So a page with some journaling. Unfortunately, because of the size of I had to shorten the signatures because of having to make it be able to fit as a TN. So originally they were made to fit end to end, but then I had to make the TN style removable signatures, and so I had to take off like about an inch. So that's why you won't, if anybody is looking, comparing mine to Priscilla's images, there's some images that are missing, some parts of the images are missing, like the little moth. But I don't know, I kind of like it. It's like mysterious. It's like, what else is happening? Where did everything else go? This is a little pocket, and it says everything has beauty. This pocket is Priscilla's, because what's cool about Priscilla's kit is she gives you decorated ephemera, but then she gives you the same pieces of ephemera blank. So like she gave a pocket, the same pocket with images on it, but then she gave us this one blank. And like with this piece, so it has the images, but then she gave us another tag with the same burlap pattern background, just with no images. And it just adds a lot more versatility, and you get a lot more use out of Priscilla's kits because she does that, which is one of the reasons why I love her kits. This is a mushroom page that I've kind of folded and distressed. This is one of Priscilla's images. This may be one of my favorites because it has the awesome skeleton leaf. And then this is another flip out, and then it flips again. I kind of played around with a lot of flip outs in this. Priscilla, I love this spider. And then this is probably one of my all-time favorite pieces. One of the reasons why I love this one so much is because one of the reasons why Priscilla made this kit was because she had some images of like walls that had moss growing on them and that had like chunks taken out. And so she based this page around those images that she had, and she even included those images in the kit. And it also says, it's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can lighten this up some. I exist as I am. That is enough. Walt Whitman. So another pocket. Some vintage ledger paper. My tea stained. That gorgeous image of a deer skeleton. This also may be one of my favorite pieces. And then the center signature. And I just thought this was gorgeous with the beetles. And then you can either paste like words to a quote. You can use it as some journaling space. Over here you can journal as well. The other side of that back page. My paper. That ledger paper. Just some sewn textural element, because here is another hand sewn ephemera piece. This is the other side of the wall image with the skeleton and all the moths. I love how Priscilla uses a lot of moths. Moths are probably one of my favorite insects, and so I love seeing images with moths. Some grid style paper with some skeleton leaves. This is Priscilla's. This is one of Priscilla's pockets. This is one of the ones that she gave us that was blank. And then I used one of her burlap pieces as kind of a background. And then that flips out again. And I like this one because it's kind of like a library card style. This is one of the images of the walls. This is, Priscilla actually took this picture, and it's a gorgeous picture. She gave us 4 images of different walls. And I said, what seems ordinary is often the extraordinary. Those are some Tim Holtz word stickers. And I thought it fit really well. So this you can use for, you can either leave it plain, you can maybe put a piece of paper down for writing, stick a picture here, whatever you can do, because I used another one of the, oh no, it's in another spot. We haven't got there yet, because I used another one of these images elsewhere. That was the back of that mushroom book. It's a fabric and paper pocket, so it's actually a double pocket. You have the fabric piece here, and then you have the paper pocket here. Again, this is hand stitched. I stitched the paper and the fabric together and then glued it onto the scrapbook, the designer paper. Priscilla's image. I love the use of mushrooms in this. Moths and mushrooms, those are like 2 of my favorite things. My paper, the other side of that book page, onion paper. This is an image from the kit. This was going to be the cover of this. It was going to be the first page. So instead of this, it was going to be this page. But when I had to shorten the signatures, I couldn't figure out how to shorten this in a proper way, because the bottom had like a frog, and I could not, here it is. It looked like this, and I was either going to lose part of the quote, or I was going to end up having just like the top of his head, and it just didn't look right. So I decided that I was going to make this into a pocket. I hand sewed some fabric on the side. That's that music paper. One of Priscilla's images. This one is gorgeous. Again, mushrooms and beetles, and it says a cold wind was blowing from the north, and it made the trees rustle like living things. George R.R. Martin from A Game of Thrones. And what I love is how she made it look like the wind, and this is just repeating the same quote. My rust paper. Okay, this is probably one of my favorite pages in the signature. So for one, it is a flip out. But yeah, I just love it. So you untie this. This is a Priscilla image, and some cheesecloth and some scrapbook paper, and I stamped growth. And then you flip it open. And you flip it open again, and you have all of this writing space. And this is a trifold tag that Priscilla gave us in the kit. There's also another one that I'm going to put in the second signature that has a snake skeleton on it. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And the only reason I didn't use it here is because I wanted it to be removable so you could see the whole skeleton. This is the other side of that flower paper. Just a little like a botanical slide. And this is just a decorative page. Some more Priscilla images. I love this where you have all of the detail, but then you have this large writing space. Onion, the other side of that dictionary, and then this is the page I was looking for earlier. So I took one of Priscilla's wall images and I adhered some pieces and made a little pocket, and then it's also a tuck spot here. So this is like what I was saying with the other one. You could put an image on top and it could be like a cool background, or you could leave it where you can see the whole image. But I thought that was really cool. There's a pocket here and then a pocket here. And some scrap paper. Priscilla's deer image. I kind of like how it bled. That again adds to the look that this has been very used. And then some beautiful dragonfly here. So that's growth. That's the first signature. And I'm going to have to decide maybe putting its own closure. Since it's so chunky, and it's just going to get chunkier once I add ephemera to it. So yeah, this is going to be a chunky monkey journal. And then just to show you, this is going to be Decay. I've already got the book plate made for it. I just have to cover it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very similar cover. It's going to have the muslin and the burlap. And then it's just going to be a darker, I'm going to do a brown. So I'm going to look in the same paper pack as this and see if I can have a brown. And then I will use the brown leaf fabric for the inside. So with this one, like I said, I tried to put all of the greener images in this, and then I tried to put all of the darker browner and black images in here. So this is a Priscilla page, another dictionary page, and it's pretty similar as far as the layout, so I'm going to go kind of quickly. Priscilla, because there's no decoration in it yet. I just want you to see the gorgeous images that Priscilla has, that hand stitching look to it. And I love how the moth looks like he's silencing the skull, like the skull has secrets to tell. And this is going to be a flip out. Well, if I can. So I'm going to attach something here like I did in the other one. This is a different flower page. Unfortunately, I didn't have. The only ones I had were pink and yellow, so I just had to put that. This is also maybe my favorite page, if not, it's at least in the top 5, because anyone who knows me knows I'm obsessed with owls. And then you have that moth background again. Book page. So I'm going to do something, probably another paper pad, because like I said, I had to shorten it, and in order to get a good image on this side, I had to rip the top of the skull's head off. So I'll probably do something right here where you can't really see the skull. But look at this gorgeous vulture, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a bird skull behind him. Some of my rust paper. And this is going to be a flip out. A dissected frog, lizard. So it looks like a frog, but he has a tail. So I'm assuming he's a lizard with butterfly wings. And this is just so cool because I'm also a biologist. That's what I went to school for. So like this tickled me. So another mushroom page. Some more music. Priscilla's deer image. And this is actually my favorite page because I love the colors. I love that skull. I love the fern. I love the ladybug. I love the flower pattern in the background. I love the stitching. I just love it. I love it. Alright, and then going backwards, Priscilla's image, another vulture with a centipede and some mushrooms. This gorgeous skull, and that says A Company. I'm thinking that may be a music book. This will be a flip out. That skull, I really do love this skull image. I was sad that the other one got ripped. This cool, it's got a bat skeleton and another one of those moths with the skull but just colored in the feather. The other side of that botanical page, this will be a flip. This will be a flip. I may actually, I was going to say I tried not to have a flip and a flip right next to each other, so I was going to turn it around so it was in the front, but it's still going to be a flip and a flip, so whatever. Ledger, this is the other side of that image, and then, I'm sorry, I'm having issues with the light and the focusing. Let's see if I can turn y'all down. There we go, maybe. Sorry for the lighting going up and down. It's currently like 9 o'clock, so my lighting is horrible. I just finished growth, so I'm way behind. So I was like, I've got to get this. And then the skeleton, and then this is the other side of the cover with that beautiful snake and those gorgeous roses. Okay, and then this will be Decay. Thank you for coming. This video was kind of all over the place. Kind of like my life right now. But yeah, this is going to be my February entry for Priscilla's design team for Release the Craftin. I'll put all of her links below. Yeah, so sorry that this one wasn't finished. Sorry, Priscilla, that this one wasn't finished. But I had a really clear idea in my head of what I wanted to do and what I wanted it to look like. And so that has kind of bogged me down. Also, I love this kit so much and I had so many ideas that I kind of got carried away. And then another reason is because I'm wanting to make sure to take my time and to really make this one look good, because it is already spoken for. It is going to be a commission journal, and it's actually going to be a commission journal for Priscilla. She doesn't know this yet, so she's going to find out when she watches this video. For those of you who followed us on Instagram, me, Priscilla, Pink Odd Bird, Serene Bookworks, and Lipstick Legion, and I think there might have been a couple other people. On Instagram, we did a fundraiser for Australia, and we auctioned off custom journals. Well, Priscilla ended up being the one who won my journal, and I have not done hers yet. And all she asked for was something witchy. And as I was making this, it just became perfect for Priscilla. So yeah, this is going to be Priscilla's custom ordered witchy grimoire. And so that's one reason why I'm taking my time and I'm being very careful to make sure that I get it just right, because I want her to really love it. So this is Growth and Decay this is my design team project for February for Release the Craftin. And that is all for now. So much love and blessed be.